One thing I can tell you about the start of the NFL season, it just seems that in the first week of play, favorites are the way to go. That's generally because the lines aren't quite as sharp as you're going to find in weeks 2 through the rest of the season. Because the odds makers don't really have any more clue of what's going on in the opening week of play than you or I. Their advantage against us is diminished because what did you see in the preseason? You saw week 1 when the starters played a series. You saw week number 2 when the starters played maybe 2 series up to a quarter. You saw week number 3 when the starters play maybe the first half, but no one is game planning, and everybody's keeping their offense under wraps and don't want to show any of their defensive schemes either. So really, they don't have the advantage here in week number 1, and that's why I think historically favorites are the way to go. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, before we even get to week number 2, I'll just tell you, the dogs always seem to come barking back in week number 2, and that's just a hell of a week to try to win money. That has always been the case in my book, at least. But I've always mentioned to you that I think the opening week of the season is when you inevitably have the advantage over the odds makers, no matter the sport or season. But in the NFL, I think it's a very short window because the odds makers always seem to catch up. Also, as I pointed out in Saturday's video report, you know it's so much harder in the NFL to concentrate the most where the odds makers concentrate the least because every game is like playing the Super Bowl. But there still is value on the card. Now, yesterday, here on the video report, I had 3 out of 4 free picks, hit all the side selections, in fact, 11 and 5 free pick run over the past week and a half. As yesterday, I gave you winners on Kentucky, on Utah, and who was the other guy? Oh, Missouri in a road route of Toledo. I couldn't have asked for anything better for me on Saturday because I won again. And yes, I will be the first one to admit it. I found a 33-point favorite I absolutely loved yesterday. That on the heels of giving you a 33-point favorite a week ago today. On Baylor, I came out with Auburn yesterday. Now, you may recall that I am the guy that just 8 days ago said to you at the start of the college football season when you had all these monstrous lined games with high numbers up 33, 34, 40-point lines, that those are generally the games I just absolutely skip. I don't even look at. But listen, as I also pointed out at that time, those games are no different than the games you see that are pick on -3 points, -4 points. It's the same 50-50 betting proposition. Somebody wins, somebody loses. 50-50. And when one of those games just is jumping off the board at you, screaming, bet me, bet me, bet me for everything it's worth, well, guys, you know, you got to listen to that little voice that's whispering into your ear. And that's what it was yesterday for the second straight Saturday as the Auburn Tigers, who were a 19-point favorite last week against Arkansas. Oh, my God, they were a bargain at 19. Yesterday at 33, hell, I would have laid 40. Okay, granted, I needed 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But listen, as I pointed out in my analysis yesterday in backing Auburn, this was a team that didn't show any let-up last year against little cupcakes on their schedule. And I thought that they would have no problem continuing to score late in that game yesterday against San Jose. And, of course, it was an easy win, 59-13. Now, for me personally, guys, that's 13 out of 17 winning days and 7 of the last 8. And in that stretch, they've all been 10-dime releases as well, just like Auburn yesterday. And a nice 4-1 start in college football. But that has put me in the position today, guys, to put the hammer down. Many times I have told you that the way you make little bankrolls turn into big bankrolls is that when you accumulate that little bankroll, you've got to take the shot when you see it. And that's what I'm doing today because I have an ultra rare play. And as you know, 99% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes, okay? 99% of them. Today, ultra rare 30-dime release. Burial blowout, biggest blowout on the board today. I'm in love with the game, and I'm going for it. How rare is this play? Well, it's the biggest play of my career in the NFL. I've only had 11 of them, ever. I've won 8 of them. Not bad. And today I'm all in. Now listen, as I explained on my website, however, if you have not been with me for 13 of the past 17 days when I've won, if you have not been with me 7 of the past 8 days I've won, if you have not been with me for the 4-1 start in college football, then you've got to play this game according to your bankroll. management and allocation system, because financial planning here is every bit as important for how you strategize for how you're going to gamble as to no different than playing in the stock market. Now, if you're with me and you've been playing these plays, you've accumulated the same bankroll I have. So you're in a position to go for it. If you're not, you've got to play it accordingly, but just understand, this is like one of the biggest plays of my career, but that's how much I'm in it. No guarantees in gambling. So I've got a 50-50 chance of winning this one too. And that's the bottom line. But you got to play responsibly. And FYI, I also chose to make myself the discounted coupon today. Yesterday, you got that winner for me for just $24, savings of over $55 off the regular price. Today, more than half off special. You save $60, and you get to play by using coupon code AL49. 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 Got to talk about Matt Rivers, because I chose to use Matt Rivers and myself as the what I called the Saturday night bailout plays last night. And you got Matt Rivers opening college kickoff game of the year play, which he improved to 9-3 with as a charter member of the site. How easy was BYU plus the point at Texas? I mean, it was a close game. I think it was 6-0 at halftime. Third quarter, they just kicked the Longhorns' ass. 41-7, that final score, and you got that winner for just $24. Well, today, Matt with his NFL kickoff game of the year. Denver, Indianapolis, your Sunday night clash at 8:30 Eastern Time. Top-rated 500,000 star release. He is 8-2-1 the past 11 years with this pick, including 6-1-1 with top-rated 500,000 star plays. You got the college version yesterday. He had the NFL preseason version of this play 5 weeks ago when week number 1, who was it? The Washington Redskins rolled over the New England Patriots in their preseason opener for both teams. You save $55. Sunday night bailout play, MAT34 is that coupon code. And listen, all the other coupons, etc., are available on the homepage. A couple other guys you should be aware of. Craig Davis, who was the only handicapper among the select few that had a side play on Green Bay and Seattle on Thursday night. He happened to go with, of course, the Seahawks. It was a 50-dime play. Today he's going for winning day number 5 in a row with 100-dime NFL winner number 28 out of 43 as opening dog shocker of the year. Twice as big as that 50-dime winner he had on the Seahawks on Thursday. And FYI, $10 bettors have won $9,940 in the NFL since the 2011 season. So all the other handicappers, blah, 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 blah. You can go check out all the other stuff here on the homepage. Let me get to the free selections here and get you going on your merry little way, because I'm sure you don't want to miss those NFL pregame shows where those talking heads can bore you for the next 3 hours. Let me take a look at some of these games here. I've got 3 free selections for you. Let me just look here and see how I'm going to give this to you in reverse chronological order to save you some time in case you happen to be watching this video later in the day. The selections I'm going to give you here are San Francisco, Dallas, Tampa Bay, Carolina, and New Orleans and Atlanta. So let's start with that later game first, San Francisco and Dallas. Okay, San Francisco may have 7 strangers playing on defense today. Okay, they may have to go and sign some guys that were, just coming off the bus. I don't know. I mean, obviously, Navarro Bowman's out. Alden Smith is out. Glenn Dorsey is out. They lost Terrell Brown and Carlos Rogers and Dante Whitner to free agency, etc. Now, Ray McDonald reportedly is going to play today. Shocks the hell out of me that he's playing, okay, especially with Harbaugh's views towards domestic violence, etc. But everybody is innocent until proven guilty. He is probably going to be playing today. I don't care if they all sit out today, because I'm going to tell you something. San Francisco could get 7 guys off the bus, and their defense would still be better than Dallas. I mean, the Cowboys had the number 32 ranked defense in the league last year. There ain't 33 teams, guys. I mean, they sucked. They couldn't do anything last year. They couldn't get off the field. I mean, they gave up 26 points a game, and that doesn't tell half the story, how pathetic they were against the run. And how does this defense get any better without DeMarcus Ware, who, of course, is now applying his trade with the Broncos? How does it get any better with Sean Lean, their middle linebacker, who's out once again with a knee injury? I don't see it. And then Jason Hatcher, he left, I think, went to the Redskins, right? So 3 of the stalwarts of that defense that gave up 26 points a game last year, they're gone. What do you think? Cowboys are going to outscore the 49ers here? I mean, the 49ers are still going to go up and down and get points. I just don't see this. I think this is just a joke of a line. It's 4 points. I don't get it. I don't get it. 49ers are going to win this one by at least a touchdown. No ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, they were 6-0 against the spread, laying points on the road last year. They're 19-8-2 ATS on the road, no matter the spread, since Jim Harbaugh took over the team. And the Cowboys, they've only covered 8 times in their last 25 at home. So America's team, Jerry Jones, bye. You're gone. It's over today. It ain't happening. Tampa Bay, they bring in Lovie Smith, bringing in a new attitude. More importantly, they bring in a new quarterback in Josh McCown. Probably just as importantly, they kicked that college Bush League coach Greg Schiano to the ground. Doug Martin's healthy. That's very important. Cam Newton is not. The sore ribs that he suffered, the rib injury in week 3 of the preseason, I just don't see that being a plus here. I like the way the Bucs played in the preseason. I think Tampa Bay minus the 2.5 points at home today is a good way to go. New Orleans and Atlanta. Oh, yes, this is going to be the resurgent year for the Falcons. You know, they've got all their players back. Julio Jones is back. Matt Ryan's got all his arsenal, yada, yada, yada. Really? Matt Ryan's still playing behind an offensive line that sucks. Matt Ryan still plays on a team who has a defense that's almost as bad as Dallas's. Still plays on a team whose defense can't generate much of a pass rush. Sean Payton and the Saints have dominated this series. 13-3 under Sean Payton's tutelage straight up in this series. 8-2 straight up run, most recently in the series going 6-2 against the spread. I just don't think New Orleans, a team, granted, that struggled on the road last year, struggled mightily on the road last year, opens the season with a loss. I think this is going to be a high-scoring, entertaining affair. New Orleans is fairly priced at 3. If that's the price you have, you're going to bet on the game. You know my philosophy, guys. When the line crosses 3, 4, 7, sometimes 10, you always buy down or buy up the half point accordingly, whether you're on the favorite or the underdog. So despite the fact that the Falcons get Julio Jones and they added Devin Hester, listen, the Saints defense improved dramatically last year, and I think they're going to be even a little better this season. I think New Orleans is going to pull off the road win in this one. So San Francisco and New Orleans, a couple of road favorites, are your choices today, along with Tampa Bay at home. Those are your free picks. Go forth, win lots of money. Come back tomorrow when we talk about those 2 NFL games on Monday night. And I will catch you again then, and we do this one more time. Good luck, everybody.